Think about how ridiculously huge the universe is for a second. There are septillions of stars out there. Most of those stars have planets orbiting them. Millions of those planets are in the Goldilocks zone, meaning they are not too hot, not too cold, and have liquid water just sitting there, waiting for biological soup to evolve. Statistically speaking, the galaxy should be absolutely crowded. There should be alien civilizations everywhere. Interstellar highways, alien megacities, space strip malls, giant billboard advertisements for galactic used car dealerships. Space should be loud, noisy, and completely packed with life. And yet, when we point our mega-expensive radio telescopes at the night sky, do you know what we hear? Absolutely nothing. Pure, eerie, terrifying silence. It is the cosmic equivalent of walking into a massive party, expecting music and chaos, and finding out everyone vanished, leaving only a half-empty bag of stale chips on the table. This bizarre contradiction between the high probability of alien life and the complete lack of evidence is called the Fermi Paradox. Named after the brilliant physicist Enrico Fermi, who casually asked his buddies over lunch back in 1950, "Where is everybody? Seriously, where are they? Did all the aliens forget our phone number? Did they see our internet search histories and decide to put our solar system in permanent quarantine? Or is something way darker going on in the cold void of space?" Scientists have come up with a bunch of crazy, terrifying, and hilarious theories to explain this cosmic silence. And honestly, none of them will help you sleep better at night. Let us start with the most obvious possibility. Option A. Intelligent life is insanely rare. Maybe we are just cosmic lottery winners. Maybe the exact chain of events that created life on Earth was a 1 in a trillion accident. Think about what had to happen for you to be sitting here watching a stickman video. First, a lucky lightning strike had to zap a puddle of toxic mud billions of years ago. Then, single-celled organisms had to learn how to divide. Then fish had to crawl out of the ocean, look around, and decide that breathing air was a great life choice. Then a massive space rock had to wipe out the dinosaurs just so tiny mammals could survive, and eventually invent Wi-Fi and reality television. If any single step in that chain failed, Earth would just be a dead rock floating in space. So maybe we are the first ones to make it this far. We are the big brothers of the galaxy, sitting alone in a giant, empty house, waiting for everyone else to evolve. But what if we are not the first? What if millions of alien civilizations existed long before humans even figured out how to use fire? That brings us to option B, the Great Filter. And this one is a real nightmare fuel. The Great Filter theory suggests that somewhere between primitive bacteria and a spacefaring empire, there is a giant, deadly obstacle, a universal death trap that almost no species survives. The scary part is we do not know if the Great Filter is behind us or right in front of us. If it is behind us, that means we already survived the hardest part. Maybe transitioning from simple cells to complex life was the impossible hurdle, and we are home free. But if the Great Filter is ahead of us, we are in big trouble. It means that every time an alien species gets smart enough to invent radio towers, nuclear weapons, or artificial intelligence, they inevitably destroy themselves 5 minutes later. They might nuke their own atmosphere, get wiped out by a rogue AI, or accidentally create a black hole in a high school physics lab. If the filter is ahead of us, it means humanity is just queuing up for its own execution, and the galaxy is full of dead civilizations that never made it to the Starship era. But hey, let us look at some more fun and deeply paranoid theories. Option C, the zoo hypothesis. What if the aliens are out there right now, watching us through super advanced space binoculars, but they have a strict hands-off policy? To them, Earth is just a high-budget galactic reality show, a cosmic nature reserve. They fly past our planet, roll up their spaceship's windows and say, "Do not make eye contact, kids. Those hairless apes are still shooting rockets at each other and throwing plastic into their oceans." Let us check back in 1,000 years when they figure out basic peace. They might even have a galactic broadcast going on right now, where millions of alien families gather on their couches to watch humans do stupid things on the internet. Then there is option D, the dark forest theory. This one comes from science fiction, but it makes way too much sense. Imagine the universe,
is a dark, creepy forest at night. Every alien civilization is an armed hunter creeping silently through the trees. In this forest, survival is the absolute priority.
You do not know if another hunter is friendly or aggressive. If you reveal your position, another hunter might panic and shoot you first, just to be safe. So the smartest thing to do is stay completely quiet, turn off your lights, and never broadcast your location. And what are humans doing in this dark, deadly forest? We are literally running around with a giant neon sign, screaming into space through radio waves, shouting, "Hey everyone, we are over here. We have water, oxygen, and zero defenses. Come say hi." If the dark forest theory is real, every advanced civilization in the galaxy is looking at Earth right now, shaking their heads, and waiting for the big, scary predator in the dark to notice us. But wait, there is an even more humbling explanation. Option E. We are just way too primitive and boring for them to care. Think about it. Do you try to establish diplomatic relations with an anthill in your backyard? Do you try to teach calculus to a golden retriever? No. You ignore them because their intelligence level is irrelevant to your daily life. To an alien civilization that can warp space-time, harness the energy of entire stars, or travel through parallel dimensions, humanity is probably just a bunch of loud, dramatic ants playing with fire. They might not be hiding from us out of fear or malice. They might just find us completely uninteresting. Or maybe, just maybe, their technology is so beyond our comprehension that we are looking for the wrong signals entirely. We are sitting here with our primitive radio dishes, expecting aliens to beam back Morse code or FM radio signals. That is like trying to catch a high-speed Wi-Fi signal with a smoke signal and two tin cans connected by a string. They could be transmitting vast amounts of data right through your living room using quantum entanglement, gravitational waves, or laser pulses, and we simply do not have the equipment to pick it up. Lastly, there is the simulation theory. Maybe the universe feels empty because our cosmic developers got lazy. To save processing power and keep the frame rate high, the cosmic computer only rendered one intelligent species in this server. Why render billions of alien planets when you can just throw up a static background image of stars and call it a day? Whatever the reason for the silence, the Fermi Paradox leaves us with two equally mind-blowing conclusions. Either we are completely alone in this vast, terrifying, infinite universe, which means the survival of consciousness rests entirely on our fragile shoulders, or we are definitely not alone, and the sky is full of quiet, lurking neighbors, waiting for us to either grow up or blow ourselves to pieces. So the next time you look up at the night sky, enjoy the quiet. Because in a universe this big, silence might just be the best news we could possibly hope for.